Hi everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen. You guys are going to love today's easy holiday dessert recipe. This is one of my personal favorites for the holiday season. I'll be making my orange cranberry bread with a simple orange glaze. Everything about this bread is so incredibly delicious. And we're going to start with a simple Greek yogurt batter, add in some orange zest, add in some fresh cranberries, and then once that loaf is done cooling, we're going to finish it off with a simple sugar glaze and a little bit of orange zest. This loaf is so delicious. I love to enjoy it with my morning or afternoon coffee. You can even enjoy it after dinner with some tea. Plus, it is super easy to make. Let's get started and I'll show you how to make this holiday dessert. And let's get things started with that Greek yogurt batter. So the Greek yogurt is going to add so much incredible moisture to the bread. It's going to make it really moist and tender and just kind of melt in your mouth. Today I'm using half a cup of 2% fat Greek yogurt. The extra fat is going to add even more great flavor to the recipe. So just drop that into a large mixing bowl. Next, I'm going to pour in half a cup of melted unsalted butter, a quarter cup of lemon juice. You can also use fresh orange juice, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 large eggs, and 3/4 cups of white granulated sugar. And I'm going to grab my hand mixer and give this a mix for about 2 to 3 minutes until the eggs are well beaten. And now for my dry ingredients, I have 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. To that I'm going to add in 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Mix that all together. And I'm going to sift the dry ingredients into the batter. And I'll grab my hand mixer and mix this for about 30 seconds to a minute, just until that flour is incorporated. And now it's time to add some orange and cranberry flavor into the batter. Today I'm going to be adding the zest of 1 large orange, and fresh orange zest is like nothing else. It is so incredibly aromatic, and it's going to add so much flavor to this cranberry orange loaf. And last I'm going to add in 1.5 cups of fresh cranberries. Grab a spatula and fold in the orange zest and the cranberries. I've lined an 8-inch loaf pan with some parchment paper, and I also sprayed the sides with a nonstick baking spray. And now I'm going to transfer my batter into my prepared pan. And if you want to make 2 loaves with this recipe, you can easily double it and then store the other one in the refrigerator. And I like to add some extra cranberries on top. Just drop them in and push them just gently into the batter. And this loaf is ready for the oven. I've preheated my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and my orange cranberry loaf is going to bake for about 50 to 60 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. It should have a nice golden brown color on the outside. Once it's done baking, I'm going to take it out of the oven, out of the pan, and onto a wire rack to cool completely. We're going to come back to add that amazing orange glaze. You guys are going to love it. My cranberry orange loaf has cooled, and now let's make that simple orange glaze. So I'm gonna grab that orange that I zested earlier for the recipe. Just squeeze out a couple tablespoons of that juice into a mixing bowl. And I'll add in 1 cup of confectioner's sugar. Grab a whisk and mix that all together. And I'm going to add in a little bit more orange juice because I want my glaze to be on the thinner side. That looks perfect. And I'm going to add in a little bit more orange zest. And this cranberry orange loaf looks so pretty out of the oven. I've let it cool for about half an hour. Now I'm going to grab a spoon and just pour that glaze over the top. You want to let it kind of drizzle down the sides. This is the perfect finish for this loaf. And I wanted you guys to see what this loaf looks like on the inside. Check that out. It is just dotted full of cranberries. You can even see a little bit of the orange zest. It's really moist and tender, and I can't wait to dig in and enjoy it. And that is it, guys, to my cranberry orange loaf. I absolutely love how it turned out and I can't wait to enjoy it. It filled my whole kitchen with the most incredible aroma. For the full recipe, don't forget to head on down the video description box. I have a link there that'll take you over to my website so you can print this recipe off and share it with your family and friends. And now time to dig in and enjoy and check out all these cranberries on the inside. They look so, so good, and I love that orange glaze on the top. Just wow, this is the kind of recipe that brings a huge smile to my face because it is so incredibly easy to make and so incredibly delicious. You guys are gonna love the flavors here. You have that sweet orange cake with little bits of orange zest in there combined with the tart cranberries, and it is like a match made in heaven. It is so incredibly delicious. The flavors really complement each other, and then you have that simple orange glaze on top, which is the perfect finish for this cranberry orange loaf. If you guys are looking for a really easy and delicious holiday recipe, this is the one for you. It is a must try, and it's still a little bit warm on the inside. It's gonna be so great with a cup of coffee or tea. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this recipe at home as much as I do, and I'll see you next time with a new recipe.